What's up guys, this is Connor. Welcome back to Three Pedal Devils. In today's video we're doing something just a little bit different. Most of the time we pick up the camera every once in a while we're working on projects, give you an update on what we're working on and throw in the occasional time lapse. But today it's going to change up a little bit. Today I'm going to tell you the story of an epic journey that we've been planning for the last 3 years. Let's roll the intro and then I'll tell you all about it. So I'm not sure that we've ever explicitly said this on the channel before, but we live in the great state of Wisconsin. About 3 years ago, we heard of this epic 600-mile, 3-day-long adventure ride through the state of Wisconsin. It's called the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail, or the TWAT for short.
Can I get a oh yeah?
The TWAT is a route that was mapped out years ago by an adventure rider named Chad Berger. He's got a few of his own videos on the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail on YouTube, and I'll link those in the description. Give them a watch, they're pretty insightful and super interesting, and he just seems like a really great guy. Thanks Chad for mapping out these rides for the rest of us to enjoy. The route starts in a small Wisconsin town just north of Galena, Illinois. It then works its way up along rolling paved roads along the Mississippi River, into Iowa at some points, and then back into Wisconsin to the northern section where riders find themselves going across gravel roads, dirt ATV trails, and sandy back roads that can often get pretty hairy. The route moves all the way up until you hit Lake Superior, north of the Wisconsin town called Cornucopia, and actually just near a town called Bayfield. As we all read more about the trail and watched videos of other people completing it, we became more and more interested in going on it ourselves. To give you a little bit of context on where we were back then, this was about 2019 timeframe. I was in my junior year of college, and the other boys were 1 to 3 years into their careers at this point. So at the time, I owned a 2014 Honda CBR 500R. I've had a couple videos of that on the channel in the past, and it wasn't necessarily an adventure-worthy bike. And being a broke college student, I didn't really have the finances to get another bike and all the gear I would need to go on this 600+ mile journey. The other boys were kind of in the same situation. Bo had a 2000 YZF 600R sport bike. Max didn't yet own a bike, and Matt, he was the only one who did have an adventure-ready bike with his 2003 Suzuki DRZ 400, but since he was the only one, we were just a ways off and couldn't really get it together to go that summer. It was pretty unfortunate, but we had it on our bucket list and we knew that we would go someday. 2019 summer came and went, and we didn't make it to the trail. Over the rest of the year and into 2020, we kept the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail at the back of our minds. When spring of 2020 was starting to roll around, it was kind of becoming more of a reality. I had sold my CBR 500 at that point in preparation for buying a dual sport. I was still in college, my senior year. I didn't have enough money to buy another bike, and I decided to sell my CBR while it was still worth something so that I could get some money to purchase a dual sport and any gear I needed to go on the trail. Bo also had his YZF 600 sold by then and was a little bit in more of a position to be able to go this time around. Max was also in more of a financial position to consider going this time. But as our plans just began, they quickly ended when March 2020 hit.
This is the worst public health crisis for a generation.
Long story short, COVID ended our hopes of completing the Trans-Wisconsin Trail in 2020. We probably could have gone, but the bike market was tough, and with the uncertainty of the job market going on in 2020, buying a few $1,000 motorcycle and gear to ride off-road seemed like a horribly irresponsible financial decision, so we all decided to forego that plan and let 2020 slip by as yet another year where we failed to go on our epic journey that we've been planning. Well, starting today, that's all about to change. We plan to break our streak of not being able to go on the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail and make it happen. Today is April 27th, 2021, and this is the year that we're going to put our equipment, our riding skills, and our friendship to the test as we embark on this journey. So lots of things have changed since the last time we attempted this trip. Matt and Max both now have on and off-road capable bikes that they're planning to take on the trip, leaving just Bo and I to figure out when it comes to the bike department. So Bo actually does own a bike that he plans on converting into an adventure-capable machine. It's going to take a lot of work though, and I mean a lot of work. Hopefully we'll be documenting that as part of our journey, but he does have a plan. I currently have no adventure-capable bike and no plan to convert any bike that I currently own into an adventure bike. But I do have a plan for what I'm going to ride. And considering today's April 27th, and we plan to make the trip sometime around the July timeframe, time's ticking for all of us, especially for Bo and I, who have a lot of work to do when it comes to getting a machine, road ready, let alone off-road ready. So the plan for this story on 3PD is to create a full series of us sourcing the bikes, making modifications, doing prep work, and putting our rigs to the test on short overnight trips in preparation for our epic journey on the TWAT. Then of course we won't leave you guys hanging, and we'll do our best to produce high quality videos of us experiencing the route firsthand so that you can go along with us on the ups and downs of this journey. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope that you found the intro to this story mildly interesting, and will hit that subscribe button and thumbs up to join us on the journey to the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail. Thanks for watching, and in the next video I'll unveil my plans on the bike that I plan to ride on the trip, and hopefully get a first test ride in. We'll see you next time.